Hey there, folks, and welcome back to the Timbuktu Campaign. Apologies up front if my voice is a little bit strained in this video, but to make it up to you all, I am wearing my cutest fit today, so hopefully you all appreciate that. Last time on the Timbuktu Campaign, we had the archonship of Gumasita Sankara, under whom we spent our ill-gotten gains to reinvest into a sprawling and dystopian commerce economy expansion with a ton of new mines and farms being built all over the place, and a bunch of slave might grow to support these new investments. Now, this economic expansion is going to take some time to fully power up. There's a number of things going on right now that makes our displayed economic situation seem worse than it actually is. Number one, we don't have the jackal running. Number two, we just had an election, and typically when I start each episode, the economy is like sort of dampened down from what it really should be, because we have to do all of our government micro again. Parties are mad. All sorts of things could be affecting it. We also are partially mobilized. We have more of our levies about to be raised in the next couple of months for a war that we've been planning against the Southerners. We're going to be attacking this big defensive league in the south. We're targeting the Khitan revolts, mainly because, although I wouldn't normally target a revolt, in this case, this Khitan civil war has been going on for like 50 years and doesn't seem likely to resolve in the next couple of months. If it does, which would be very annoying, but it could happen. I do have that backup plan on San ready to go, and of course, when I say I am going to fight the Southerners, I mean I'll be fighting this defensive league of Southerners, which includes Bamako, Kita, Odien, the Khitan revolt. So these guys are, I guess, not so much in a civil war. Yeah, I guess that does make sense because they're in the league together. So I guess they started as a civil war, but they worked it out. Interesting. You don't normally see that, but somehow this happened, and either way, we're going to be clearing the map of these tags and resolving whatever weird thing caused this to happen. Now, all of these different little countries are going to be individually much, much weaker than us. Even together, their combined military strength shouldn't present a serious problem. But as we saw previously whenever I fought this group of people who are now all my tributaries, and I took the remainder of the territory in the Jolaf region, these wars against these little kind of small country defensive leagues, where it's like, 4 or 5 of them, the real tricky part is the potential for mercenaries. Each of these little goobers is going to have a treasury built up, especially this far into the campaign, and they've not been spending. I know how the AI works. They will occasionally consult the moons. The moons? I guess there's multiple moons in this universe. They'll consult the stars and the moon, singular, maybe there's multiple moons, and then decide, maybe this century I will build one building in my territory, and then I'll save the rest of my money. And then whenever I go to war with them, they are cracking open the checkbook. They are prying open the bank account to just outflows the gold for mercenaries. So a lot of evocative description here. My voice may be gone, but my imagination, full power. Look at that. I should just start this episode over, but no, I won't. we're pressing forward with this weird energy. But who is not going to have weird energy are these folks in the defensive league. They're going to actually have mercenary hiring energy. So if I let this war drag on too long, I will be facing a rather unpredictable set of mercenary factors that may change things up. Now, with the mercenaries, and I really should stress this, the danger here is not so much that they're going to outnumber me in a way that is going to decisively change the war. It's the unpredictability, right? On top of mercenaries already being a swing factor for any war, this is a group of AIs that are not working together very well. They're going to each hire mercenaries and do things independently of each other with very hard to predict behavior. So there's going to be a lot of messiness in a war like this. And so the best thing to do is to try and power through this war as quick as I can. Now, in terms of the route I want to take, I'm getting set up over here by the Khitan revolt, whose territory is the main prize I am eyeing. I do have Mema split with both the Khitan revolt and Kita. That Kita, the tag, is just entirely in the Kita tile. The rest of Mema, of course, belongs to me. This is the first goal that I want to secure. And then from there, I want to continue pushing through Jene. I will come back for Mali later. I'm sort of saving Mali and the current Malian subjects that I have up here for a later time, as I've talked about previously. Rather, I want to fully secure Jenne, as well. This is actually technically Ghana territory, so I definitely need to secure this at long last. But Jenne territory should be expanded. Jenne is very much part of my core, but I've not really been expanding through Jenne very much, and there's some great land over here for me to get. So that is the goal there. Now, in terms of the war goals, basically secure the rest of Mema, and then basically take as much as I can while being realistic. I'd like to get all of Dhaka Jalan. Now, Niani will not be in the war. Yeah, this will be a separate war later on. And other than that, Fadama also won't be in the war. That's actually someone who I could fight Siguri to end up fighting both of them later. Yeah, there's going to be more wars in the future. Odien will be in the war, though, so I can get most of Dhaka Jalan. I can also get most of Darula as well. And also the parts of Yatenga that are occupied. It's split between me and San. Now, I do have the claim on San from the Senatorial War Council, so this would be a solid person to leave behind. But I could even leave them with one territory just to give myself a doorway back into fighting the League later on. So we'll see exactly what happens with that. Now, having said all that, let's go ahead and take a look at our new government and see what we can do about this Senate support, because I'm certainly not declaring a war even when the claim is finished if it's going to cost me the 30 tyranny or whatever absurd amount it costs when you have 5 missing support. So we have got the year of Baki and Lapidebo. He is clinging on, allegedly. Let's see if I can find him in my family's... where... Was he a Bolsa? I'm trying to remember what his family... Here he is. He's a Sawadi. Okay, he's near death. He's got cancer still, so he's clinging on. I think this episode is going to be the end for him, so either way, he's he's loyal currently, so I'm not going to need to worry about him. But fortunately, Baki Sawadi, the Axe, coming in with all 4 stats better than his alleged co-Otacon, so we can see all the stats here, coming in with 5878, which is going to mean 5 Marshal, not from Labadebo. That's not even correct if... It's coming from Baki Sawadi is the point. But with the 5 Marshal coming from Baki, we're going to have plus 5% manpower recovery speed and plus 5% army morale recovery. Then 8 Finesse from Baki, that's going to be minus 8% build cost and plus 16% national commerce income. 7 Charisma from Baki is going to be 1.40 plus 1.40 claim fabrication speed and minus 0.07 monthly tyranny. We do have a nice tyranny decline going right now. Very good. Pretty happy with that number. We also have 8 Zeal for the monthly war exhaustion. That's the second Zeal effect I always forget about. We actually have no war exhaustion right now, so that's no big deal, but we have a lot of war exhaustion reduction. So once we do pick up some war exhaustion this episode, very likely, this will help out with that. And plus 0.08 monthly stab change. Now we do have Divine Sacrifices running, so we actually have pretty sharp negative trend. It's just trending positive because we have Divine Sacrifices and fairly good Zeal, but 57 stability is pretty good, so I'm certainly happy with that. Incidentally, we do have 135% research efficiency. This is nearing our maximum efficiency we currently have. This is also our actual current balance. You can see it's a little bit higher, but it will increase a little bit more in just a moment. Although I'm going to raise my army maintenance, so it's actually going to decrease. So I wouldn't look at the numbers here or here to really show what our current economy is capable of at full power when we're in peace mode. But I'm going to keep things where they are, I think. No need to go for harsh taxation. We're not at the cap quite yet. And I'm actually going to turn on maintenance now, I think, just preemptively. No reason to push this to the very last moment. We don't have mercs either way, so it doesn't really make a big difference. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and grab Jackal immediately. Now, there's an argument for going for Great Serpent. This is the first episode in a while that I know for sure will involve a big war right away. And I could certainly see an argument for getting that morale bonus just to kind of give us a little bit more of a bit of breathing room. Now, we're going to be facing largely smaller armies, except for, again, the potential of mercenary armies coming in and kind of presenting a surprise factor, and we're not going to be sure what scale of mercenary purchases these defensive league partners will make and when they'll make it or how they'll kind of use those mercs, but I expect they'll do that. Now, we're going to have a morale disadvantage across the board, but narrowing the morale disadvantage with morale of armies from Great Serpent could certainly help give us more of that wiggle room. But I think we're probably going to be okay. I want to play the risky move here, which is to continue going all in on the commerce income, and especially with all of our recent escapades last episode, I really want to fully utilize all of the commerce bonuses possible here. So we're going to go for the Jackal once again. I may regret this, but I already don't regret this. 41.04 with army maintenance up. Now, we don't have our Ghana or Gen A levies up, so this will get a little bit worse pretty soon. But overall, definitely in pretty good shape. That's going to help with our wartime economy, to be sure. Now, getting back over to Baki Sawadi, who I got distracted from talking about. We have seen him before in the big chair. He is the trad leader, and so he has 100 trad conviction. And in terms of his traits, I guess we'll go over it really quick. He's secure, +1 charisma, +2% great wonder construction for what that's worth. He has monthly trad conviction, +0.15, makes sense. And as the ruler, loyalty of generals, +5 for what that's worth. If Baki Sawadi the axe had feathers, not even a divine thunderbolt could ruffle them. He is also silver-tongued, which is going to prevent us from doing normal bribes. Irritating, but that's fine. +2 charisma, +15% Senate influence, +2% Freeman Great Wonder construction for what that's worth. And as the ruler, improve opinion maximum, +25. That's going to be helpful for our feudatories that we are working towards integrating. They're still a little ways away from starting that process, but they're getting there. In fact, I think I can actually get them to 190. Yeah, I'll basically need them to be at full, because I'll need to turn off the extort tributary economy policy to get the remaining amount. But either way, this isn't a bad modifier, to be sure. Even the most skilled of diplomats would struggle to compare to Baki. He is also vengeful, +1 finesse, -1 charisma, and as the ruler, assassinations are 20% cheaper. Nothing can stand between Baki and those who have wronged him, more likely to murder his way to the top. Also just, +1 finesse, +0.05 monthly Democrat conviction for what that's worth. As the governor of, in this case, the Ghana region, +0.01% monthly SIF change there, and +0.02 stab change for the whole nation. That's pretty good. You can see it there. Oddcon +0.02, that's coming from the trait. Baki has become almost legendary for his calm, unbiased opinions. Lastly, he is depressed, -1 finesse, -1 charisma, -0.10% health. He is healthy at 65, so I'm not feeling too concerned. Typically with a character with this kind of health profile, I'm not expecting them to die in 5 years, but certainly not the best situation. Hopefully he does recover from that. Depression looms like a dark cloud over Baki. Even sadness seems to be out of reach. Every action is mechanical. Every word uttered is an act. All he recognizes is the emotionless caricature of what it is to live. Some poetic description writing there. Putting him at the speed of light on the scheme influence. Get my PI up, please, I beg of you. Speaking of which, he's actually married. No, actually, I thought I mistook her for somebody else. Does he have... Yeah, Kenga Sankara was an important character, so he has a famous mother. And Bia Sawadi, I don't recall being of any note. He's actually the brother of Labadebo. Okay, maybe he can finally tell this guy that he is not, in fact, the co-Adcon. Poor Labadebo. He's just sitting there withering away from his serious health problems, thinking he's the co-Adcon still. It's been like 20 years, and he's still sure he's the co-Adcon. It's a sad situation, but either way, hopefully he doesn't make things worse by starting to demand a position or something like that, so we'll see what happens. Either way, putting that aside, the next expected Adcon for what that's worth is Masere Isawagan, who is my very cool one-eyed Tribune of the People. This guy has had some loyalty problems over the campaign when I've used him, but as the Adcon, that wouldn't matter, and he would be coming in as a fairly good upgrade on Baki Sawadi with more martial and much more finesse. This would be a very, very high finesse character, perfect for another strong economy episode, but we will hopefully have some more ill-gotten gains by the time he rolls in order to take full advantage of that. He also would be a oligarch, so we'd have the build cost modifier again. We'll see if he actually becomes the next icon or not. Of course, this may change. He is fairly old. He is healthy, though. Oh, yeah, one eye doesn't have a health downside, so we'll see what happens. Either way, in terms of the parties, one of the main problems here is that the control has really kind of reset here. Trads are now firmly in control, and they have very low approval as usual. Actual trad approval is low, and their trend is really good. They are trending up at a very fast rate, plus 0.60 per month, thanks to Baki being the icon. They love that. They love that I'm at peace. They like all of my gods being from the state pantheon. And they're getting a bunch of additional happiness from Baki Sawadi and from my current censor, who's also a trad. I probably want to keep the trad censor, whether I keep Leela Isawagan or somebody else, we shall see. In order to keep this approval trending up, I expect the trads are going to gain more control in this episode, so good to focus on them. Democrats have extremely low approval, but also fairly low control. Nothing too concerning there. Also, trads do want the province of Sela to be Bedaic. Okay. Sela. Here it is. I mean, that's not the right. Here we go. I don't think that's happening super soon. I can try, but that's not feeling too feasible. Okay, at least we know what they want. I'm not sure if they can force this. Like, how would that work exactly? If they force me to convert people automatically, I certainly won't protest. Oligarchs also have very good approval and the second best control. So what I probably want to do is try to get some more oligarch approval. I think now is a good moment to actually allow the Democrats to be more mad than usual because their control is so weak. I can reliably get more oligarch control by just doing normal family micro without needing to sort of be this big guard of who's allowed to be where to make the Democrats happy. So this is a good moment to do that in order to get my support back up. I also have a couple months before I can even declare the war, so I don't need to do actions right this second to get the support above 51 right this second, as it were. Right, so I think I'm going to leave Leela Isawagan where she is. She's extremely loyal, super, super high impact. Yeah, and she's really good. I'm just going to leave her there. And actually, what I probably want to do is I want to actually, let me go to my family tab here. I want to redistribute some of these Isawagan positions to the other families. I think I probably want to get all the families to be at least content to get more oligarch approval. I think that's probably a good step to take here. Any reason I keep this guy over... Yeah, actually it's the same, so I'm going to leave that alone. The rest of these I'm assuming are pretty good, so I'm just going to leave all these folks here to build statesmanship. Anybody have like super amazing statesmanship? I should use them elsewhere. Not really. In the actual, I do also have a Songhai governorship. I shouldn't overlook that, but I will come back to that in a moment. Let's see. I can also split up some of these Zabarima characters. This guy here I'm building statesmanship on isn't amazing. Can I build... Well, let's see. Actually, what I may want to do is bring in Gumasita Sankara. Let's see. He's got double disloyalty traits. A little bit of corruption, but it's going. He doesn't have any corruption traits. Statesmanship is amazing on him. What's his health? He's in perfect health. I should use him as an officer right now. I'm not sure I'm comfortable making him a governor with his really high power base. But then again, as an officer, his loyalty will be a problem. I think I make him a researcher, actually. Yeah. This guy here is fairly loyal. Let me promote this guy to an officer and throw Gumasita Sankara in as a researcher, where his loyalty won't be a problem. And although his statesmanship will also not modify here. Statesmanship this good, it feels like a waste not to put him in as an officer. That being said, I have a really good finesse officer with Tribune of the People, and physician is a really unimportant officer position. I think I will put Gumasita Sankara in as the researcher after all, to free this guy up for something else. This also makes Gumasita happy, which fixes a lot of my stability, not stability, but my kind of civil war risk problems, because now he is no longer upset. Also, that makes his family content. Okay, this also recalculated, that's fine. Now, that guy that I just released, I actually might make him the Songhai governor. I don't need someone amazing. I mean, this is pretty good. Scorn family will go away once I hire him. Good natured is really good. Friend of rival of ruler is providing that weird +8. I don't know. I think that's a mistake in the code, to be honest, but I'm not going to complain here. I think I make this guy the governor. He's fairly young, but this is a very small governorship right now. So I want to keep growing his statesmanship somewhere where he's going to be useful. He's not good enough on anything except for finesse to be a different kind of position. So let me make him the governor. Okay, loyalty of 77. It's pretty good. Again, I could have made him an officer, but I don't think that's necessary. I'd rather keep this guy as my tribune of the people and not make him a governor again when I believe he... Does he have corruption? What did he have before that I didn't like? Oh, yeah, he's got double negative traits. Yeah, he'd be risky to make a governor. I think I even fired him from the governorship over here before for a reason along those lines. But over here, I'm probably just going to leave this policy as is. It's 84% bozo. It's mostly Badek. Yeah, this place here actually isn't... It's not really in the wrong spot to be doing this. So I think I'll leave it alone. I don't want to spend the PI or the tyranny on this unnecessarily. Okay. Senate support is still not looking great. Aside from those changes, any other family changes I want to make? I do want to bring in one Chilabele and one Banu. Or do I? Let's see. I think I probably do want oligarch trend up. Maybe I have one more content family. Alright, who wants to get kicked out? Alright, we got this minor character here. I built some statesmanship on her. Actually, I built a lot of statesmanship on her. I can use her as a swing, martial, or charisma character. So I think I will... in fact, I might even make her the magistrate, actually. Her loyalty is a little bit lower. I don't really need to get rid of this guy. Like, he's perfectly fine. Let's see. Kolon Khan is better. Loyalty is going to be a little dumb and devout, though. She's perfect. Bring her in. Alright. Do I do free hands? Actually, let me see. Am I doing free hands? I think I am. Everybody. Let's give her free hands as well. It's fairly minor. Ooh, we know what the Senate did not like that. I should have read that more carefully. I think this is worth the PI. Yeah. Now I need to do a few actions here. Actually, I'll do the few actions a bit later. Okay, I'm happy with this. I no longer need the last family to be content. Oligarchs are now basically steady. Democrats are trending down, but they have very little control, and trads are going to trend up really quick. And then I think what I want to do is, these guys want me to integrate Sononike. It's not happening. These guys want me to change the election law. That's definitely not happening. I guess I could change a law to get more support, or for like the actual reasons. I think I said before that I want to get either priestly status or deny priests in Senate. This one here would help a lot with my conversion efforts. And I do have a lot of conversion efforts. We are reaching further and further into non-Badaic areas, so we have a lot of conversion ahead of us. But conversion tends to be fairly quick, and Omen Power plus 15% is a very cognizable economic bonus. Divine Sacrifice cost reduction is also pretty good, though. That tends to be a very big PI cost for me. In fact, let me check and see, when is this up? January 1st of... No, that's not the right one. August 1st of 2020. Okay, 2020 of 220. There we go. We're 2,000 years too early on that one, but 1900. Whatever. We're early on that. So this will be. Actually, we're going to need to do this in a couple of months, so I'm going to save my PI. I'm glad I didn't spend PI on that policy a moment ago. But anyways, and And then everything else looks good. 3 PI per month, that's good. Over here, I could change my integration laws. We have the Freeman Happiness bonus. Let's see. Of these options, I think citizen output 20% is the best option of these options. Integrated culture happiness is good, but we're basically hitting our happiness cap on our most important pop types like nobles and citizens, nobles especially in our major cities. So the output then gives you another progression path after you hit that happiness cap. So I think that Rights of Nobility is looking pretty solid. However, I don't really have the resources ready to go to do that right now, and it also wouldn't really be a clean way to get support. I think what I probably want to do to get a little bit of support... Actually, let me do this in a couple months when I need the support, because we're going to gain support in the next couple of months. So we shall see how things progress. Incidentally, do we raise the rest of our armies now? I think we probably do. I think we're going to run in, kill the army in Kita in a stack wipe, and then do an assault on Kita after we recover our morale. I want to get Kita under control right away, because it's also... Well, it's not going to be the war target, but maybe I actually send in 2 assaults, like one coming into Kita, one coming in to where I believe the claim is targeting, which is Niamina. So I come into... Maybe I send one army to Niamina to grab it, and then the rest actually come into Tamani. Getting these 2 forts right away would give me a lot of momentum at the start here. But then there's also... Let's see, yeah, there's 3 more forts. So maybe I don't do assaults right away. We'll see. Either way, I think I should raise my armies now, just so they have a few months to get ready. No reason to be super min-maxy about this. Alright, so now everyone's raised. 39, that's fine. Do I go for... Not that. Do I go for increased pay? I think I probably should. Yeah, I think this is worth it, just to be on the safe side. I'm not going for the omen that gave me more morale, so I may as well give myself a little bit more of an edge here. Especially when it comes to doing fort assaults, morale is the name of the game, and we have such a morale disadvantage compared to what they have with the difficulty. So let me go ahead and get myself oriented. So I think I'm going to have you guys come over here. And then you... Let's see. Okay, we do have someone with more martial than the actual Otacon. That's to be expected. You guys come here. We'll come down to Tamani, and then over here we'll send the horse down to Niamina when the war begins. I think we're good to go. Yeah, let us begin. All right, around we go. Roads are going to speed things up a little bit. Glad I got those built when I did. Got Scorn family again. Is that so? Yeah, that's right. The Tiela Bellies. That's okay. My researcher is upset. Really. This guy is... Is this really the best researcher I have? Maybe I bring in someone who will not present disloyalty problems. What's with all these researchers being so mad? All these angry martial researchers causing a ruckus. I mean, it doesn't matter that much. I'm not above my civil war threshold, so it's not really a huge deal. I think we're gonna be fine. I also don't want to spread myself too thin. Again, I'm worried about mercs coming in. I want to keep my armies fairly close together, just to be on the safe side. Right, trudge on down. There we are. Get some coffee going here. Got my coffee ready to go. While I wait, take both hands off the keyboard while I do this. Always a risk, but one I'm willing to take. Okay. Now I think everyone who I want to raise is raised. Yes. We have about 13,000 men. More buildings are done. Ready to go. Here we go. We have a claim on the province of Mema. All right. Here we go. Going to be declaring on the Khitan Revolt. So my two tributaries up in the desert will join in. That's fine. San, Kita, Bamako, and Odien will join the Khitan Revolt in defense. They are in a defensive league. Here we go. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I don't want to spend 7 tyranny for no reason. Let me do a little bit of Senate micro. I said I should do this first, and now I remembered to do it. Okay, so I think what we're going to do here is basically just beat up on Democrats to get oligarch approval. I don't really have a lot of room with that, though. But it's not going to work the other way around, though. I guess what I could do is defend religious privileges to get approval with the trads, which will be worth a lot, and then beat up on Democrats to regain approval with the oligarchs. I mean, that's the best I can do in this situation. This would give me 5 years of state religion happiness. Well, okay. Here's the main problem with this. This then delays doing my my divine sacrifice. I actually am going to have enough in a rare twist for when this this divine sacrifice cost malice goes away to do this on cooldown, essentially. But if I do this plan, which I think I might need to do in order to avoid any serious tyranny costs, and I do want to watch my tyranny here, I think this is worth actually delaying divine sacrifices. I'm that concerned about tyranny that I don't really want to mess around with this. So let's do defend religious privileges. This will be 100 gold. That's no big deal. 25 PI. That is a big deal. 5 years of state religion happiness plus 6%. Pop conversion speed minus 15%. Youch. But it's fine. We're doing a lot of province loyalty management right now. We're not doing a lot of conversion right now. In fact, let me confirm really quick that I'm not just saying that for like made up, but it's true. We have a little bit of conversion, but nothing too serious. All right. I think this is the right call. And also, plus 0.15 monthly trad approval. That's quite nice as well. And the real important part, plus 10 approval immediately with the trads. The traditionalists seek to protect the ancient customs of our forefathers and ensure the vitality of our Budaic religious institutions. Is a simple way to defend their interests. Or rather, I should say, and ensuring the vitality of our Budaic religious institutions is a simple way to defend their interests and nurture their supporters. Okay, it wasn't really a gigantic improvement, but it's a start. Now I'm going to get the oligarchs on board by smearing Democrats. Let's see. It's a little bit of tyranny to do this. Actually, this gives me trad approval as well. I forgot about that. Yeah, the trads like this too. Okay, well, this is definitely... I mean, I've got... This is essentially completely free, except for the tyranny cost. And it does hurt their popularity. I want to keep her out of office, because then they're going to force... Actually, they're not the ones who demand... They sometimes demand law changes, but I want to make sure this guy comes in anyway, so she's a potential rival for him, to be sure. Let me go ahead and do it. You've smeared her, and you know what? Let's just do it again. A little bit more. Okay, 44 is still not great. Any more Democrats we can smear? Probably. Let's see. Search for popularity. I don't really want to smear an active governor. He's pretty well. He's not super happy, but don't want to mess that up. Anybody else? My researcher? Alright, he should be a fairly safe target. Okay. Now, what will the cost be to declare? 3 tyranny. I think 1 more smear is actually cheaper than 3 tyranny for the tyranny cost it'll have afterwards, because it's 1.5. And then we'll see. Getting more support is also good just in general, so it's not like this is a waste otherwise. I'm gaining tyranny to save on tyranny, annoyingly, but, you know, you have to make sacrifices. Let's smear the magistrate. He's pretty loyal, but that won't save him from my wrath. 48. What will this cost now? 1.9. It's a little inefficient, but you know what? This is fine. Let's do it. Declare war on the 800 volts. Tyranny goes down. That's what it does. So we'll just hope it goes down eventually. I can understand with these situations why no one likes playing Republic, seemingly except for me. Everyone's always so excited to get out of the Republic government form, because doing this tyranny micro is so exhausting and so just gamey, you know. All right, here we go. We're at 16 tyranny. I just had 8 a few minutes ago. What a wonderful time back when I had 8. All right, we're gonna send these cav down to Yamina. The rest of you guys come on over to Kita. Actually, you guys come to Kita too, so we come in with full force. You guys come on down to Tamani, and we will do an assault here. Please, it is on partial garrison, perfect. Maybe we can even run over to Bamako really quick to do an assault over there while it's in partial garrison as well. That will be a great start, but we shall see. Let's proceed on speed 2. Alright, Cav got here first. Come on. There's everybody else. Alright. These guys raised their forces too late. We're going to catch them and stack wipe them. Okay. Non-stack wipe battle up here at Kita, which we've won. We're not going to siege this. It's on partial garrison, so we'll just let it siege. And then I'll actually send a horse from this force in a moment, because it'll be a lot more mobile. Okay. And then I will do an assault here with this much larger army. The sacking of Tamani. Baki Sawari the Axe has led his men to glorious victory during the siege of Tamani. The enemy flee in disgrace, and all that is left is to decide on how to treat the residents within. Needless to say, these spoils of war, like the cause was back in Timbuktu, to admire Baki greatly. But leaving such wealth in the hands of one man could cause problems in the future. Okay, so this place here is going to be it's right culture group, wrong religion. Okay. I think it's probably smart to depopulate this. This is a forest. I'm not going to use this as a city. So let's say none shall hide. We can deal with 4 losses here. A little bit of money doesn't hurt. Also, people want to trade with me now. I think they heard about what I'm up to with my neighbors, and they're getting a little bit spooked. Who do I want to trade with here? Let me trade with my tributary. Trade out my vegetables. Those weren't my capital vegetables, were they? No, we're fine. All right. Now what I'm going to do is split away some cav to run and grab this. Everybody else run over to Bamako really quick and try to grab that too. I may not be able to get to all these forts before they start paying for their soldiers, but I'll go as fast as I can here. Karma wants my assaults, sure. Nope, I'm not trying to recruit those mercenaries. They've taken Kuva, that's fine. They're not going to get past... Well, they can go around Dia if they're patient, but they're not going to get into my core. I mean, I built all these forts very carefully, so no one's getting in. Now, admittedly, from the south is a bit easier of a way in than from the north. I've really built with like a northern orientation, but this new territory will give me more room to build forts, so certainly will help. Heresy. Deify the living god and spirit of the nation, Birtetel Umarillis, who is a Iberian tribal chief. Okay, he surely breathes, bleeds, and dies just like any mortal. This is a scheme to propagate influence of Bakula. Okay, bereft of dignity, followers of the old god Endo-Eulicus may strike back. I do love, I don't know why I've set this up for, I guess deification's so rare, it's kind of funny to get those. But anyways, we've also now gotten Bamako under siege. After the tick, we will probably assault it. We shall see. We also have barbs coming in to come and get this fort. It's annoying. Alright, there's the war target. You guys come up here, join these guys. Then once these guys arrive, probably do an assault up here. Once our morale's up, at least. Okay. Over here... Yeah, let's do low fort defense. Let's do an assault. I have the manpower to spare. Sacking of Bamako. Okay. There's another forest house. This is going to be none shall hide if it can survive. It can survive. Baki Sawari the Axe has led us into glorious victory during the siege of Bamako. The enemy flee in disgrace, and all that is left is to decide on how to treat the residents within. Needless to say, these spoils of war like the Causos back in Timbuktu to admire Baki greatly. Believing such wealth in the hands of one man could cause problems in the future. Okay. Having done that, let us get down to Sanatibulia. Alright. Let's do... actually, with these numbers, can we do assaults? No, we only have 2 actual infantry. This is not really an assaulting force. It's good to figure that out. I could backtrack, but I don't really... This is not a priority target anymore, so we'll just leave it alone. In fact, I think I might send these horses around like here to grab this really quick so the barbs can't get it. And then they'll come back and keep... We'll just do the siege up here the slow way. You guys come grab this. And then probably get to work on ODN. In fact, actually probably go straight to ODN instead. These armies are certainly not going to attack my big army running around. I'll actually split off 2 horses. You actually come here. And you come around like this and come grab that as well. Tibu is still unfortified, but Houndu protects it, and they're not getting past Houndu very easily. If they want to trudge through the swamps, they're welcome to. They have to then deal with the Timbuktu fort, which will take them a while. I think we're going to be in the clear on this one. You are supposed to go there, so I'm going to ask you to do that, please. Food shortage up here. Okay. Also, here come the little the desert dwellers. They're on their way down. That's nice. We will actually do our morale recovery here, just so we're not being too aggressive. Okay, now come on down there. Veterans move on. The prime farmland granted to veterans of battle is a simple recognition of their service to Timbuktu. Sometimes, however, the lure of battles and glory can prove too much for those unaccustomed to a life of menial labor. A recent bad winter caused those working the fields to up and leave, hoping to find better work in our armies. Leaving a vast tract of arable land unclaimed, we have reappropriated it to better serve our flourishing state. Or we get 351 manpower, that's nice, as well as state-owned farmlands in Dia permanently. Okay, that is going to be a very nice permanent 15% tax bonus there with the horses, and minus 0.02 local provincial loyalty. That's more than fine. Okay, to every cloud. This place is also, I think, ready to switch off of this, but I'm going to do that later. I need to get my divine sacrifices running again before I spend P on anything else. Alright, there's that. You guys come on back up. These guys are coming up here to Godama. That's fine. Can't do much about that. Status quo here. Just need to rebuild their morale. And we'll be fine. Yeah, they captured 2 people. It's okay. Unless they go around Timbuktu from the north, then that's not okay. But they're not doing that. They're coming back south right now. Okay, hired the mercs. Okay, this is what I was expecting. So here's our first merc sighting, 8.5k, 13, wow, 13 Marshall? Jeez, look at her. Whew. Okay. It's a heavy infantry supported by light cav and light infantry. That's a problem. Let's just, let's do a little check, not you. There we go. 408. Okay, that's a pretty expensive buy-off for a large workforce. Now, she is dying of dysentery, for what that's worth. Okay. Where is she going to be headed? This army here, once its morale's recovered, actually would kill my larger army, my Ghana Levy. Although my Ghana Levy's split, and it's not on full, like, it's lost quite a lot of manpower in these very fast assaults. So, we'll see what it does, but we may have a problem here. Needless to say. Really, we just need to get Kita, and then I'm ready to... Oh, they're just going to stand around weirdly sieging my territories. Okay, sure. Now, this army could actually do an assault at Dia and mess up my whole day, so let's hope it doesn't do that. But was it last time? I think it was last time, or a couple episodes ago, we saw the AI doing a surprise assault with one of their armies, so they can do it. They just don't do it very often. But, alright. Those are my base metals. Yep. Oh my gosh. Trade with the Northerners. Love to see it. Come on, show me a breach. Defender's dessert, I'll take that. Delicious. That's a, you know, because dessert. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Alright, please don't be going to Timbuktu. I will weep. I will yelp if they go to Timbuktu. I can't really do this faster. I don't have the infantry to do an assault. This just has to keep going the slow way. And of course my allies brought down more cavalry. Great. Just what I needed. Okay, so Kita actually hired some mercs as well. They're over here in the unclaimed plains of Mani. These guys are not as intimidating, but they are a factor, so let's keep an eye on them. In fact, here they come. They could have actually done a crazy move and gone north to this army up here. That would have been more scary. That's actually possibly what the Bamako Merc stack is doing. We shall see. Part of the concern is I can't see where this army is, and it disappeared into their fog of war that they created going north. I think it's going to Timbuktu. Now, what I can do about this is hire a Merc stack to protect Timbuktu. I should just fortify Timbuktu at this point. Like, this situation shouldn't be a predicament for me this late into the campaign. There's just a pretty serious error to not fortify Timbuktu by now. I guess I've been really trying to min-max. I just need more building slots here. I should be moving slaves to Timbuktu to give it more building slots. I'll do that after the war, but yeah, I shouldn't have any unfortified cities that can be reached at all from outside my fort network, like Timbuktu is. It's an expensive purchase, although, yeah, it wasn't the merc stack up here, it was an army, so I'd have to I couldn't buy off the mercs. I could hire these mercs to protect Timbuktu. The problem is, I won't know if that's necessary until I see the army entering bed, but by then it's kind of too late. The mercs won't have the strength to... Actually, that's not right. The mercs on partial morale will still have the numbers to at least keep the fight going. I really don't want them to sack Timbuktu is the key thing. Do I want it enough? Do I not want it enough to actually just hire the mercs directly up front just out of extreme caution. Because an army of about 1k disappeared into this fog of war. I don't know where else they'd be going, except for Tiabu, right? Like, where else could the AI be sending them? These guys aren't in my war, because they're not, like, a vassal. They're just a tributary. Tiabu is the only obvious target for going north like that. It's very expensive, but I can certainly afford it. I'm going to do it. I'm also going to keep my pay on high, taking no chances. I'm maybe going to reorganize over the tick as we're moving into Tiabu. No chances being taken here. If these guys want to come fight a partial morale 8.5k merc army in Tiabu, they're welcome to try. I mean, yeah, that's not... I think this will scare away the AI. Now, could they actually damage this merc force quite a bit? Yeah, they probably wouldn't win with the numbers difference. But the AI always focuses on numbers over everything else. So if the AI sees this merc stack in Tiabu, they're going to turn around and leave. So I'm going to protect my city. Okay, I think that's the army right there. So it was a bit larger than I thought. I'm glad I did this, actually. Again, this is a bit of a panic hire, but ultimately I'm protecting my city from being sacked. And this is a developed core city in my core province, my capital province. Tiabu cannot get sacked. That would be a gigantic mishap for a war like this, where, yeah, it's just not allowed. So we're gonna, yeah, take you off reorg now. No need for going that crazy, but we're at supply shortage. Oops. I'm gonna keep recovering more morale. You go up there, protect Tiabu. I really need this. Once this fort is done, I then feel much more comfortable looking at peace deals, but I need this to be part of the peace deal. Right, supply shortage, that's a good roll, but not the best roll, but it is a good roll. Okay, also it looks like the Khitan Revolt hired mercs. Okay, so as expected, all these guys are hiring mercs, but they're not coordinating the mercs very well. I don't know what they're doing, is the takeaway, but I'm glad I have the forts that I do have. That is good. This army just recovering its morale and its numbers. It's in pretty good shape. We're good to just keep holding on. I don't know what this army up here is doing. It's not a very high priority place to guard, but okay, sure, thanks. Appreciate it. This will be 39.50. Keep an eye on that. Covering your morale. These guys are taking that back. That's fine. Right, 21% progression. We'll retake that in a bit. Come on, please. Supply shortage, okay. Not status quo. I'll take it when I can get it. Please. Having this army freed up, this very fast army freed up would be very, very nice just to shore up my main army and at least let me look at peace deals. I'm not doing any peace deal that doesn't include Kita directly. That is off the table, that's for sure. All right, I think I've securely scared away any Tiabu-related shenanigans. Again, a bit of a panic hire, but I think this is worth it ultimately. I would rather spend, you know, like 100 gold in total or so, maybe more, to prevent Tiabu from losing nobles and having infrastructure damaged. And it would just hurt my feelings, which is the worst of all the things that could happen to Tiabu. A very strategically minded person, you know? Okay. The waiting game continues. Right, they are now trying to siege Dia. That's their first active move up here. Okay. Massilia. What's my base metals? Alright. By the way, fun misadventure lore. A pivotal YouTube series that I watched as a youngster, as a teenager. Actually, it was even before I was a teenager. I would have been a teenager by then, but when I was in middle school, I watched the officially Devon classic Massalia Tales narrative Let's Play with Total War Rome 2, Divide et Impera. And so whenever I play any strategy game that has Massalia or Massilia as it's localized in classical Latin, it's always nice to see. It reminds me of the good old days. my introduction to the world of strategy game YouTube content. I mentioned before that I consider Officially Devin the most important influence on me being a YouTuber as well. And I still think that's true, even though I don't make narrative Let's Plays on this channel. I think Officially Devin's sort of commentary style and sense of humor really, really influenced me and how I am with those things. You know, the very dry, sarcastic, and very kind of like heady way of approaching historical fiction is very much how I do it too. But yeah, yeah, shout out Officially Devin. I don't know how active he is anymore, but you know, he's a very, very OG YouTuber by modern standards. Got food problems. Great. Oh well. We also are 1 more month away. Okay, not quite. I hoped it would round up. Did not work out like that. Not a huge fan of this. I don't want them to sack Dia either. These mercs coming in, they're heading towards my main army. I was worried they're going north. If they went up to Dia, I wouldn't have a great answer to that except for bribing the mercs. I don't really have a great answer for them coming south either. I think they have a stronger army than me. My army is larger, and it does have heavy cav, but they have more heavy infantry. Yeah, I think that's actually a much larger deal. Heavy infantry counters light cavalry, and I think it literally counters it. Actually, that's not right. Light cav actually does counter heavy infantry, but it is a lot stronger than light cav. Actually, it's not so much a counter as so much heavy infantry isn't strong offensively against light cav, but light cav is actually countered by heavy. That's what I thought initially. Yeah, this game actually doesn't have symmetrical like countering. Things are much more realistic in that it's all very kind of case by case. But yeah, so I think their army is higher quality. Their marshal is definitely higher quality. And their morale is very soon going to be higher quality. So this is a pretty serious threat to my army. Their numbers are also just barely below mine. Like right now, they could probably cause some serious problems for me. I could try to do an assault right now and then try to run south before they get here. How long do I have? Not a lot of time. They're going to get to here in 2 days. And then if they go through Taba, that's just 2 tiles away. Can I do the assault that fast? I think my concern is I don't think I'm going to win the assaults in that time. I really need this to finish. Okay, let's keep waiting. Supply shortage up there. Here they come to Taba. I don't want to hire these mercs. That would be a waste. Alright. If I could just... I want to do a partial deal anyways. I'm okay leaving stuff over here. But I just need Kita for that to happen. Let's really hope this 42% progression works out. We get ourselves a victory in Kita, please. Oh my god. It would have been fine, I think, but this saves us an enormous headache. Okay. Thank you. Alright. Now let's work out the deal here. So we're going to leave the stuff that'd be in Mali, so let's work around that. So grab that. Okay, so this would give us all of the parts, except for the part held by Nyani. All the parts in Dhaka Jalan. This would kill Kita, and it would basically essentially kill the Khitan revolt. They'd have a little tiny bit of territory left. It would also pretty badly diminish... who is this? Hold on. This is Bamako. That's right, that's right. Okay. I don't actually want this part here. Do I? Not. Not without this stuff here. I think I definitely take the stuff that's in Mema, and then I definitely take Daka Jalan, and then the question is, do I push myself and also take the parts of Darula that I can? If I finish the Odian siege, I can then take the rest of Darula. I'd kind of prefer to do that, just to get more territory here. Yeah, that gives me more room to work with it. And then it's then very easy to then deal with San later. I have the claim on San. Yeah. Because that then kills Bamako, and it also kills Odien. Actually, that's not right. I can leave Odien down. I'm not moving down here. I guess I could take this too if I were to get this, and then kill Odien. It's a bit more AE. I have a lot of AE loss right now, and I have all the room. I have no AE at all. I can take a big peace deal here, because I'm going to have an economic episode next time. So, plenty of time to recover on AE. I'm feeling greedy. Surprise, surprise, in the Timbuktu campaign. Alright, well now that we have imagined what amazing future awaits us, now we return, we've snapped back to reality, and we got ourselves a situation to work through here. Now, there's no guarantee she accepts the bribe. That's the tricky part. I guess the other question is there any reason... I've got the Merc capacity right now, don't I? Yeah, 3 Mercs. I have 1 under contract right now. This Merc army can also probably... Actually, I'm going to send this Merc army down to go defend Dia. I mean, may as well. These guys aren't going to get up to Tiabu in time. These guys can use the roads. Actually, let's come over here and scare them, but not attack until we have more morale. This Merc army, I basically want to buy and then go and sort of do an assault right away on San, just to use them up. How fast can I get over here? Not fast enough to do much about this. It's expensive, but I'm going to go for broke here with this war. Get as much as I can. I guess I can also just get everything. I don't need to leave San for later if I don't want to. I have the claim on them, but, I mean, that was a free claim from the event, so it's not like I paid for it. I'm paying for it with time, I guess, but I'm not even doing that super reliably. So, ultimately, I think this is the way to go. I'd like to select you, please. Here we go. Okay, now, if she says no, problems are back on the menu, but hopefully she says yes. She said yes. Okay, problems are not back on the menu. The band of mercenaries led by Kitila Kuti has accepted our benevolent offer of employment. The villains in Bamako apparently refuse to consider matching our generous offer. Yeah, generous offer indeed. That was a lot of money. But I certainly have... Oh, look, we can see the movement order that they had. What were they doing? I guess they weren't coming to attack me. Okay, that's good to know in hindsight, but oh well. You're going to go straight to San, which... It's fine if you assault it. This is not like a valuable sack target. Actually, you know, hold on. Oh, you guys are already dealing with that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, you guys head to San and then clear it up. Yep. Alright, there's my long-awaited Divine Sacrifice. Here we go. Back up to 0.16 per month. Keep that upward trend going. Breach? Okay, great. Just in time. So, as it turns out, given the movement order the Mercs had, and the fact I got a breach on the next tick, I actually could have rolled the dice like a crazy, like, unhinged dice roll right there, and gotten away with it, but I think I made the right call doing what I did. That was a reasonable step to take. Okay, so with the breach, we're definitely in assaulting status now. So let's do an assault now. San's under siege. And there's Odien. Baki Swati led his men to glorious victory during the siege of Odien. The enemy flee in disgrace, and all that is left is to decide on how to treat the residents within. Needless to say, these spoils of war are likely to cause us back in Timbuktu to admire Baki greatly, but leaving such wealth in the hands of one man could cause problems in the future. Alright, so Odien, this is plains, and there's other tiles here that could be... I haven't thought through where the capitals will be. We're going to do that in a moment once the war's over. But this place here, I think I'm comfortable doing a Nunchal Hide. Recoup our losses a little bit at least. Also, popularity on the icon certainly isn't bad. Okay, and now I think we're going to actually send you guys up here as well. Although first splitting away some horses to do some horse business. That's the technical term for it. Alright, you guys head up here and we'll do a big, just overkill assault at San. You guys head to San as well. Okay, these guys have retaken that. Perfect. Where did that other Merc army go, by the way? There was a 4K Merc army that went south and then it just disappeared from the game. Like, where'd they go? I'm a bit nervous about this, actually. I'll keep an eye out. I'm glad I remembered them, but I'm not sure where they went. They're doing some sort of weird indirect attack somewhere? It doesn't really seem like it. I don't have any idea where they have gone. They're just gone. Okay. Alright, let's just wait now. Status quo. Oh, there they are. Okay. See, I'm glad I remembered them, because I'd be very confused about this Merc army showing up now. Okay, these guys here could cause some mischief, but I think we're going to be able to... Actually, these horses won't actually join the assault, so let me just do the assault now. Yeah, with this numerical advantage, this 43 assault power, yeah, we're going to win the assault. It goes without saying. Alright, there's the assault. Successful. Let's just grab this for the extra little bit of war score. And then that is the end of the war right there. Okay, I'm sure I don't need to retake this for the war score. Okay, so now we can do the greedier deal, which, as you can imagine, I am all about. Taking all of this and this. And then, why not? Let's also take this. And then we're leaving behind the stuff in Mali. Wait, hold on. Oh yeah, we're also, I may as well take this too. We're gonna enter Monding eventually, so I may as well grab this a little bit here, just so one more tag is out of the way. As the Monding area is already split into a bunch of tags that are in a defensive league, we're actually running out of people to fight against in this area. So, you know, I guess that's not a bad thing. So this is a pretty expensive deal, 22 AE. It's a huge deal, so it makes sense that it's so expensive. Again, we are missing out on the free claim we got on San. I think that's fine. We leave behind a tiny remnant Khitan revolts over here. They may actually become Kita after Kita is tag deleted. We'll see what happens. But either way, this will be a gigantic expansion. You can actually see here just how much more of Jenne we're about to get. We're about to go from controlling the northern kind of quarter of Jenne to controlling like 2/3 of it, so pretty gigantic expansion of our Jenne holdings, and the last little bit of Ghana that we didn't have yet. I think we have the rest of Ghana already. Yes, we do. I think this is the deal to go for. Let's do it. So, Khitan Mehmet to Timbuktu. Khitan Mehmet to Timbuktu, that's the other Khitan. Khitan Daka Jalan to Timbuktu. Bamako Daka Jalan to Timbuktu. Odieni Daka Jalan to Timbuktu. Bamako Durala to Timbuktu. Odieni Durala to Timbuktu. Sani Durala to Timbuktu. Sani Yatenga to Timbuktu. And Odieni Mande Monding to Timbuktu. Oh, they won't agree to this. Okay, I should have probably looked at that part first. What's the issue? The peace deal is just so huge they won't agree to it. You know, honestly, that's fair. If I exclude... hold on. Yeah, if I exclude the Yatenga stuff. They still say no. Okay, they're getting closer. How about I exclude the Monding stuff also? Almost there. Okay. Annoyingly, I want the rest of this. I think I can actually get this deal by just being a little patient. In fact, I don't know if I can get the full deal with any amount of patience, given how much more there is, but I'm okay leaving... I do have the claim on San, so I would be able to use it this way. They just survive in a little diminished state over there. I could come back for Yatenga later on. It's no big deal. I do have a little portion of it, but... let's see. I mean... I do kind of want all of it, though. That's the problem. Maybe I set up a vassal and then feed them? Nah, I couldn't do that. Not during the peace deal. I think what I do is I actually just push to get the rest. I can make them more ready for peace by dealing with their armies. So I think what I do is I actually fight these or actually what I do first is I send these guys up here to retake this, and then the rest of these armies I send to go kill the mercs. Maybe move as a group would be better. These guys hired mercs as well. Labadebo Suwari died of a heart attack. He was the co-ruler, allegedly, and a brother of the Archon of Timbuktu. He's a member of the Suwari family. Rest in peace, Labadebo, even though he caused some annoyance at the end of his life with his wild claims of being the co-Archon secretly. He was an important character in the government, and I don't want to disrespect him just because he did some goofy stuff at the end there. So, rest in peace, Labadebo. Let's see if that also fixes. It does fix the UI. That's good to see. Year of Baki Suwari. The axe is reassured. Okay, you guys actually head... you guys head up here, I think. Let's not do that, please. Oh. More mercenaries. Okay, here's the Khitan Revolt Merc Force. Oh boy, that's a stack wipe. 28th of April. I can just get away in time. Okay, I'll just do that. I mean, these merc kills won't be worth like a lot, but I'm gonna gain more. I'm gonna gain desperation points for some of these kills. You guys actually head back a little bit towards Kita, just to get out of the way. So I should do this a bit more coherently. Everyone come in as a group. That should, it won't be a stack wipe, but it'll be a pretty reliable win down there. You guys come hide behind my fort defense. Did we catch them? No. Well, maybe? It's not clear if we're going to catch them or not. We don't catch them. We catch them now. Alright, 7%. Living at what? Supply shortage, okay. Now we scare them away. They should leave. Oh, they're not going to leave. Alright, I guess we'll hold on a little bit longer. Here's the battle. Secure San, that's fine. This is a bit of a problem. What's going on here? Okay, yeah, it's gonna even out, but a little dubious. Oh, more mercs? Oh my gosh, yeah. See what I told you? They would be hiring tons of mercenaries. This is, here we go. Late stage war against the defense coalition. They just bring in every mercenary company in Africa to join the fun. Oh my god, what? 14% progression, are you out of your mind? Oh, I'm mad. That's messed up. Alright. Okay, fine. That's real brutal. 14%. I'm coming in. I'm gonna clean this up. And they sacked it too. I should be able to rely on a 14% roll to not be a win. It's just all going downhill. It's just all falling apart. Alright. Battle of Wura. This took way too long. But at least we got that. You guys now head back up to San. We should be able to reclaim Dia here. No, hold on. You guys wait and then join these guys. Minister of Excellence. Alright, finally some good news. Masiri Isawagan, in a fine display of financial acumen, has made significant alterations to the national budget. We should expect to see much better revenue this year. Excellent. 10% national tax. I can't believe they sacked Dia. 14% progression. Like, whoever wins on that, like, come on. It's just, at least we got a stack wipe to make me feel a little bit. Alright, assault these fake Dia guards. Give me my city back. Thank you. Jeez, yeah. People are not pleased about this, but we've recovered Dia. Thank you. Now, no one's allowed to touch my cities again. Alright. Now... oh boy. Hold on. Let's go take that. I think we'll be able to do the deal we want, just given a little bit of time. No huge rush here. I think we actually catch these guys over here for a quick, fairly uncomplicated victory. Now I'm actually motivated to do a larger peace deal just to punish these AIs for daring to defend themselves from my completely unwarranted war, but it is still annoying, to be sure. Really, these guys slip away. Great. Alright, just taking more slaves, sure. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah. You, back up. You, run back and then back up. Okay. We're almost there. Why can I not? Oh, is it the war score? Oh, it's the war strength. Okay. Let me reset. Hold on, reset. I want this. They take this deal. Okay, so without the San stuff, they take the deal right now. With the San stuff, they will take the deal in a couple months. You know what? I want it all. I'm taking everything. You can keep this part, and you can keep this part, but I'm taking San. I am not going to let these guys get away with their shenanigans. I'm taking everything. The wrath of Timbuktu has been invoked. You are scaring me with these merc numbers. Ugh. Okay, yeah, we're getting into real dicey territory here. Almost there. Essentially, I just need no more shenanigans, so let me actually back everybody up behind forts and then just wait. I think I just need to wait for war desperation to do the rest for me. Months of war will keep ticking down. Yeah, I'm committed to this giant deal now. Actually, maybe I can go snipe this little army. Let me see what I can do here. At least I'm gaining support steadily, despite being a war. Still have Masiri Sawagan coming in, that's good. Okay. Oh, they do this deal now. Okay. Yeah, we're complete victory. Okay, here we go. Read the deal a moment ago. We do it. Hard fought, as I thought it would be, but glad I put the effort in. Definitely gave me a few more gray hairs, but here we go. Sue for peace. Let's get this thing over with. Okay, here we go. The Sahelian local power of Khitan Revolt accepts our generous peace offer. Khitan Mema and Khitan Mema to Timbuktu. Khitan Daka Jalan to Timbuktu. Bamakoy Daka Jalan to Timbuktu. Odieni Daka Jalan to Timbuktu. Bamakoy Darula to Timbuktu. Odieni Darula to Timbuktu. Sani Darula to Timbuktu. And Sani Yatenga to Timbuktu. Okay, we're going to go ahead and banish those of class for all of the elites. See ya. Alright, about 20 AE. Great. And we now have a bunch more territory. But first, let's let these guys arrive. You are fired. You are fired. Everybody can go home. Thanks for your service. That's where my army is back down. Army maintenance back down to low. And let's take a look at our new territory. Alright, so first of all, Mema has been fully secured. I could keep Kita as a fort and eventually a city. It is the right distance from Ndibugu. Oh, it moved the capital? Really? Okay, well, whatever, I'll just move it back. Move it back to Ndibugu. This is the best spot for the capital here. Kita as a possible city location is fine. Not on the river. It would give me a good front line against Mali, the Mali area, which is mostly uninhabited, but I will eventually fight people over here. Let's see. Elephants. Okay. Not like a tile I would want to have as like a resource location. Speaking of which, we do have a vegetable farm over here. Let me do this now while I look through it. Turn off slate promotion there. Okay. I think I probably set up Kita as a city, I think. Yeah. I want to have multiple cities per province in my core. I'll set this up as a city. I'm not going to... So I'll leave the fort here. It was also, like I said earlier, this is a good frontier location against Mali. And then, although I'm not dealing with Mali territory stuff yet, I probably set up either Nafati or Diko, as probably Diko is the way to pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce anything, but one of these locations here that's on the river as the capital over here, which is then, it would then be either a little close to Diakon or a little close to Kita. But this sets up a good structure over here, I think. And this, again, this is the right distance from Ndibugu, which is quite nice. All right, so we leave Kita as a fort. That is resolved. Okay, over here in Dhaka Jalan, what do we have? We need to convert, and we can set it up to convert here. I think I will do that. Okay. We don't have the stuff held by Niani. We'll get that later. This needs to be colonized, and I should get this colonized. Also, Fadama has a little bit of territory too. That's fine. We'll colonize this later. This is just a sheep tile. As for the structure of the province, assuming Kita remains is a city, which it will be, Tamani, which was the capital before, was a... I actually don't remember if this was the capital, but it was a fort before. This won't be a fort. This is a... this should be possibly a slave estate later. We'll see. Bamako as well, forest, so no. As for where the capital should be, there's a couple options. We basically have two dry farmland locations. We've got Dhaka Jalan, which is the same name as the province, which I like. It's also, it's a little far from Kita. Yeah, it leaves a gap next to Kita, which is a little annoying. But it isn't a good location for its own province. It does create fort coverage around the impassable pretty well. Alternatively, Sanafulu is a little further away, but then we're dealing with like how I'm going to set up this province, and then, yeah, so I think Dhaka Jalan being farmland is a good spot. Another option could be Kulakoro, which would be the right distance from Kita. It would be another frontier against the Mali area. It's on the river. Yeah, farmland is 10%, river is 5%. So, let's see, what else? These are also, these are actually both gold tiles. Ooh, okay. Do I want to build a city on a gold tile? I guess Timbuktu is a city on a gold tile, but I kind of would prefer these actually stay mines. But then where would the best spot for the capital actually be? Sanafulu, well, okay, let's come back after we look over here. So over in Darula, the rest of the territory just needs to be colonized. As for the city location, actually, let me also look at Yatenga so that I match it up with stuff over here. I've not really planned stuff out down here very much. Is Kaniana on the river? It is not, even though it looks like it is. Okay. I'm assuming it's not. Okay. Neither is Jene. It's not. Okay. So over here, Sum actually... Oh, not quite. Okay. That's too bad. So Katiana would be good for coverage with Dia, but then there's the Impassable. So actually Sum would be kind of a good city location with the fort coverage around the Impassable. This would help a lot with my southern defenses with the impassable terrain right here as well. And then there'd be some city down here, which I've not planned out yet. Maybe I'll come back to that a bit later. I could plan for a city at Sum, This would be a dry plains city. I'd miss out on one sheep farm. I think that's fine. Yeah. Jedi is such a weird province. Like, it's a lot of rough terrain, and there's impassable, and there's marsh. It's not a lot of great terrain here, but the actual Jedi tile is a little close to Dia, but it would also accomplish my goal of providing sort of that southern defense. It then also leaves more room south of the impassable for more city planning, but then it kind of blocks me off from a lot of good spots over here if I'm trying to be efficient, so I think I leave the Jedi tile alone, honestly. Yeah, so I think Sum could be a city as well, sort of like what I'm doing with Kita. So if Sum is a city, so let me just, I guess, do I build the fortress now, or do I save until I have my next character with the build coster? I think I probably save for that. I'll just remember that I want to build at Sum a fortress, which means over here, I don't have a lot of the province yet. I'd also be splitting it with Kirikongo, who I don't have like a claim on or anything. I'll come back to that later. But let's see. Mostly it's plains. Any river or any farmland? Doesn't seem like it. If I had a city at Sum, a city at, let's see. So Ruma is the right distance. Ruma is not on the river, though. Seno is on the river. Yeah, Seno would actually be... It also has some bonuses already. Also, it's already the provincial capital, which is kind of nice. Seno is a little close to Sum, but it's in a good spot for its own province. It does have good fort coverage with the impassable, with Sangha being a fort-controlled tile. This blocks off the passageway here. So again, it's a bit close to Sum. It's actually the right distance from Odien if I wanted to keep Odien, so that's worth noting. And I guess if Seno, it is a iron mine, so it's a little bit of a waste to lose out on that. Are there any other river tiles? Okay, we've got Kuva as a river tile. I could have a city in Kuva instead of in Sum, but then the good tile quality of Sum is wasted if I do that. San as well is a river tile. Okay, it also has a fort already, which is kind of nice. San is pretty close to Sum, and San also doesn't really cover... It basically covers more territory, basically, of what Sum covers, so it's a little too close. Seno is a lot better located. So let's assume that Seno becomes the city over here, which means over in Durula, the actual Durula tile is a little bit too close. Odien is not on the river. Let's see. So if I have Sanafulu as the capital here. Sanafulu is a little close to Beninko. It's also, well, it's actually a little close to everything in this province because it's on the very edge of this province. So I could do Sanafulu. I could even do Kulikoro. No, I don't because of the gold. I want to keep that gold. Yeah, so Sanafulu. So Seno and then Sanafulu. And then in... I guess I could put it in Dorulo itself. It's a little close to Seno. It's actually it's a lot close to Seno. It's a little close to Sanafulu. But it's the name of the province, which I like. It is a natural spot. It's on the river. Alternatively, and also the other thing too is if I do it like this, it's not too close to Sum. So then I have a city in Sum, Seno, Durula. I could put the city in Taba instead, but then I wouldn't want the Sum city to be right next to it. Or I wouldn't really want it. Alternatively, I could go the other direction, put it in Beninko, which already has the capital located there. Actually, farmland, I didn't notice this was farmland. Actually, Beninko is a much stronger tile because it's farmland river. I thought this was a plains tile. Okay, so Beninko should be the capital here. This is a bit further away. It's still a little close to Sanafulu. It's further away from Seno. I like that part. It has better provincial coverage. I think I'll make Beninko. Also, it's further from Sum. So I think Beninko stays the capital down here. which means Odien loses its fortress. Beninko, so okay, so Seno stays, Beninko stays. Over here, Sanafulu should be, unless there's any reason some other tile I've overlooked would be better. Okay, this is on the river. Figuera, which I actually didn't notice. What about Karina? It's on the river as well. Okay. No. Kulikoro, although it's in a good location, I'd want to keep it as a gold mine, so I should not think about it having a city there. I could put a city in Karina. It's a little bit far from Kita. That's fine. So if I did Karina... It's the right distance from Sanafulu, which is a bonus for sure. And then, okay. I think I'm happy with these city locations. And then I can also do one more city over here. Actually, can I really? Is there a good spot out here? Not like an amazing spot. The edge of Jene. I could put something in Ore Vendu. Is this on the river? No, it's not. Okay. Bankas is like a little close to Seno, but it's not a bad spot. It's a bit of a weird location. It's in between the two deserts, but it is plains on the river, so it's not a bad city location. It's not like super close to Seno. It'd just be like a solid city location. And then the other thing to think about is one more city in Kura, because Houndu is well, actually more room here now. We'll come back to that next episode when I have the build cost reduction. I think Samyere is a good spot. So everything that's river on, or plain on the river. Samyere, Kiribara is good as well. Is Dauna on the river? It is, although it's desert, so never mind. What about up here? This is on the river too? Okay. That's a generous river assessment. I think if I have a city at Bankas, then Bandiagara is actually a pretty good spot. Because it's allegedly on the river. I guess it is on the river, but this game is very miserly about where it allows river cities to be identified. So a city here also patches up my southern fort line a lot better. I should also probably fortify Garma, which I do plan to be the city over here. Although again, all these plans will wait until I have the build cost reduction. I'm not wasting any cent of my ill-gotten gains here. But okay, I think I've made all of my building plans clear. So let me now go through the provinces, see what I want to keep infrastructure-wise. Definitely want to keep that. Definitely want to keep that. Also do some slave micro in just a moment. This will be the capital now, I think. Do I do it now? I should do it now. Okay. Just so I'm not getting tripped up later. I'll leave this here for now until I build the city. I don't need to get rid of this right now. Making the territory more valuable. Destroy everything else. Oh, this is actually a gold tile as well. Oh my gosh. I actually overlooked that Moribugu is a gold tile as well. Yeah, there's a lot of gold down here. Very, very good stuff. Okay, moving along. This stays. That stays. This can go. That can stay for now. That can go. That can go. That can go. And that can go. That can go. Ironman can stay for now. Okay. Perfect. And then with the mines that are already built, which are these 3 mines, let me do some slave micro. Okay, move pops. How many do we have currently? 8, 7, and 6. All right. Oh, hold on. Look up the wrong wrong number. There we go. Okay, and then can I move enough in 4 and 3? Probably not. Oh, this one only needs 10 though. Okay. How does this one need? 12. I'd be pushing it. Let me move as much as I can and then move some from the other province as well. We do have vegetables running, right? Yeah, we do. That's what I thought. Okay, we just need 5 more. Bring him in to Sanafulu. There we go. 3 more copies of gold, just like that. And then as for the policies, let's see. This is good. This is fine. Well, this should probably go back to assimilation. Yeah. And then this should go to conversion. I know I have that anti-conversion political action going still, so that's annoying, but it is what it is. Okay. Good stuff. Good to go. Let's resume. Alright, here come the Gauls wanting my vegetables. Okay. They didn't hear about my gold I have for sale. You guys want my wood? Okay. 47. We're gonna hit 50 in just a sec here. Frontani wants my gold. Alright. Oh my gosh. Ah. I want to trade with someone further away. Trade these guys, I guess. Trade the Khitan Revolt. No. Trade them their own gold back. Sokoto, I'll sell them my gold. And, let's see. Boipe, I'll sell these guys my gold. And Wallata, I'll sell them my gold as well. That is going to be 52 gold per month, and that's before any other outgoing trades as well. Speaking of which, Dara wants my earthenware. Yep. Alright. Stability is steady. Thanks to EE, it's not going to go down much more right now. That's fine. Okay. Successful conquest. Headaches notwithstanding. Got some new territory and expanded our southern holdings in a nice way. I could also do some road building. If only I had the 20 again, I could actually do 2 sets of road buildings at the same time. But it's fine. No huge rush right now. We'll just save our resources. With the incoming oligarchs, I will wait to do building until next episode, just to really min-max it, so we're going to save up a lot of money right now. Speaking of which, under the guidance of our incoming Autocon, Masiri Isawagin, Timbuktu has gone from strength to strength. Some of our advisors are recommending the institution of a new tax in order that the national treasury might share in this prosperous era. Yeah. Ooh. It'll decline down if I do this. I think I want the tax bonus right now. Taxes, surely nobody will notice. I'm sure no one will care about that. Okay. I think I can also start integrating my guys here. Let's see. If I do this. Yeah, Wallata's ready to integrate. Let's get that going. Start integration. This will take only 2 years. Okay. Diplomatic annexation allows us to integrate a client state, feudatory, or satrapy into our nation without declaring war. The cost and length of the process will depend on their relative power. Actually, I've done an integration before in this campaign. Just haven't done it in a little while. I will get that going. Should be fairly quick. These guys here will be down to integrate if I give them a bribe, which I can do right now. Send them a gift. There we go. This way I don't have to actually reduce my money more by doing a... I have to wait 1 month for the diplomat to come back. By doing the tribute, the lax tribute. I can actually put it back up once I start integrating those guys. You don't need to keep it at 190 or above. Fun fact. Okay. Over here. These guys might be low enough that I need to do some management action. I probably will, just to be on the safe side. Barbarians, here we go. What do we have here? Sononiki Badeix, knock yourselves out. You're welcome to roam around and be a nuisance. Start integration of Arowane. Yep. Okay, I think I can now safely go back up to extort tributaries. It's like things never changed at all. Alright. I think we have nearly enough for another tradition. I think we need 80. Yes, we do. Alright. We also have barbs down here. Great. Yeah, come on in, why not? More pops, you know, can't be that bad. Score-wise, we are number 4, under, as usual, Parava, Dravida, and Pidna. The surprise rising star of this campaign. Wasn't really expecting it, but here they are. Where is Pidna's capital, by the way? Oh, it's at Pidna. Okay, that does make sense. Yeah, that's fair. Interesting. What's the Palace of the Argiads doing in this timeline? Hold on. I don't think this would be here. Was this here before the Hellenistic Age? I thought this was a Hellenistic Age wonder. I might be wrong about that. If it is actually accurate that this would have been here, because this mod actually does remove some of the wonders that came around after this mod starts, but before the base game starts. If Palace of the Argiads actually would have been here by this time, it would have been here for sure by the Peloponnesian War, when my mod, Hegemony, is set. So I need to research if this was here, because if it is meant to be here, I should add it to my mod, because my mod would have it as well. I'm pretty sure this is a Hellenistic Age wonder, and this was just an oversight, but we'll see. I guess I'll see off camera when I research it later, but interesting. Okay. Alright. I think I will actually get my road building going, just to connect up the new location. Sorry, I will also build in Kita, expecting it to be a city. I think it makes sense. Could also fight the barbs while I'm down here. Oh, they've been paid by Gao? You jerks. Come on. That's not cool. Ooh, Lelia Sawagan the Axe is expected to come in. I don't actually really want this to happen because I want an oligarch coming in next. She's actually pretty good. In fact, she's a better candidate than the oligarch guy. But she's not an oligarch, and she's not likely to become one anytime soon. She is ailing. We do have about 3 years still, so maybe there's nothing to worry about here, but I'd prefer to avoid this. I could smear her at the cost of trad approval, which is pretty expensive, and tyranny. This would fix it. Let me wait. I don't think there's any huge rush. Let me come back to that later. Alright. More shenanigans. What can I say? It's just my fate. These poor guys are waiting for their overlord to come save them. Actually, they hired the mercs. I guess they're not waiting for their overlord to come save them. They shouldn't, because I'm not going to come save them. They exist to become my integrated subject and not for me to do anything to help them. What do you think, I am a fair ruler? Ha! Yeah, it was your first mistake thinking that. I will say the upside of all this AE is my tyranny is just zooming straight down. Got more barbs coming in. This is a bit more of a possible concern. Yeah, Numidian Megalithic. I'm actually going to respond to these guys. Alright, where's my line? It's over here, isn't it? Yeah. Just run your way this way. Turn on maintenance. At least the roads speed things up quite a bit. I mean, by the time we get here, will there be much left? Actually, yeah, these guys are gonna... I guess I may as well react to this. I mean, I'm on my way already. Got a couple barb stacks I can go fight. Alright. At least this is all happening after the war is done. Could have been much worse if those things overlapped, but dodged that bullet, thankfully. Alright, here we come. Save up my PI. Alright, this should be a stack wipe. Maybe we'll get some ill-gotten gains from these guys. Let's see. Oops. Alright, now... come around to here. 8 gold, okay, you know what? Not much, but it's more than 0. You'll be shocked to hear the math checks out. Okay, actually, let's just head down here, then get to road building, honestly. Trade influx. Our trade agreement with Wallata, who we're about to integrate, has yielded a splendid return on investment. Along with the flow of wealth between our two states, the movement of people is accelerating. Our city of Tiabu has been blessed with a wave of fresh migrants who believe they stand a better chance at building their lives in Timbuktu. Who are we to deny them? I will happily get some random Wallata people for free in Tiabu. Sure, strike the earth. Come on in. March of time. Age finds us all in the end. Even the priests and surgeons shake their head when confronted with the inevitable decline of the human body. As Baki Suwari is finding out, he may not have much time left. Well, much like his brother, he has a pretty unfortunate diagnosis here. Cancer, -2 to all stats. Cancer comes in many forms and is a death sentence to those who acquire it. That's not great. He is still healthy. He's 67, so he's certainly not a young guy. And I don't anticipate him living another 10 years. But will he make it another 3 years? Or really 2 years and a few months? Probably. We'll see. It's possible we may have a problem, but I think we're probably okay. Keep an eye on things, though. Definitely want to keep an eye on things. Alright, there go the barbs. I can also now lower my army maintenance, if that's worth. Road building costs the same whether I had build cost reduction or not, so now is a good chance to do road building while not doing building. I feel like road building should probably be affected by build cost reduction, but I get why they didn't do it like that. Not sure if you even could do it like that. Road building is kind of a weird, like, coded thing. It works in a unique way. Alright, I kind of wish this was something I could road through. I mean, I can road through it once I own it, but it's part of Mali, which is kind of annoying. I'll eventually build a shortcut through here, through whatever city I put there. Alright, well, he will go as he lived. Well, I guess he didn't build roads before, but everyone who I play as builds roads in the end. Alright, so as expected, the fastest route is just straight through here. Let's just get to it. Build a road over to Kita, and then we will see from there. Probably want to build a triangle here later as well. In fact, let me do that and then do it like that. Yeah, because this forest route will be too slow. I have to go through the forest here because there's no other way around the desert, but I don't want to build through the forest unless I really need to. Probably better to build around on the plains. Oh boy. Oh, here we go. Alright, these guys here should not be able to actually siege Taudeni, so we're going to be fine to leave this alone. Keep an eye on that, though. Yep, as expected. Since I have over 50 gold per month, I can pretty much build roads without running out of money just from my income, which is quite nice. Oh boy, okay. What do we have here? I should go deal with them. They might actually be able to siege. Well, not just they might. They are able to siege my forts. They're going to get caught up in my fort line, coverage here. Let me finish this connection, then I'll go back up and go fight these guys. We have trade routes in my capital. Okay. What did we lose? I can never remember what I was trading for. Okay, let's see. I have fish, I have livestock, vegetables, okay. I have stone, cloth. What was I trading for that I lost? I'm not sure. I guess I could trade in... I could trade in grain? I don't think I need grain. Leather? Oh, it's not super useful. Let me trade for value. I think I was probably trading for value before. Let me bring in cloth and earthenware for value. Oh, I can bring in double cloth? I may as well bring in double cloth, I guess. The bonus for double cloth isn't amazing, but cloth is, you know, more valuable than some other stuff, so I'll take it. Actually, yeah, these guys will deplete themselves in their efforts. That being said, I should go deal with them. It's really delaying things. I'm worried they're going to come siege my fort, cause problems, so up we go. I mean, we built the roads, may as well use them. Not much else going on right now. They are coming to my fort, so I'm glad I'm doing that. Here he is, once again. Masiri Isawagan, in his civic capacity, informs us that an opportunity has arisen. One of our most valued temples is in dire need of renovation. With enough investment, the building could become a shining beacon of our benevolence and architectural prowess. Surely this opportunity is too great to miss. Okay, so I could either do nothing, or 15 popularity, most of which is wasted on Baki. Gundam gains a permanent 5% pop-up, but that's pretty good. We lose about 400 gold. That's fine. That's completely fine for a 5% output bonus permanently in Gundam. Release the funds, yeah, please. That is very, very strong for one of my core cities, so I will happily take that. Alright, around we go. Making our way up to the barbs. I feel like we just did this. They got a breach and they did an assault. I would have lost my mind. But thankfully, no funny business in this case. More military experience certainly won't hurt. Alright. They are now headed back up. Let's chase them down, get the loot. Also, we're about to get Wallata right now. There it is. Integration of Wallata. Our client, Wallata, has long upheld Timbuktuian ideals in a fair and even-handed manner. It is a matter of course, therefore, that their eventual integration into our state is to be a cause for jubilation. The Wallatahi elite have been instrumental in facilitating our union, and many are hoping to find a place within our government. No, we can't just take anyone. Sorry, I don't need the PI, but I don't need these random guys that are wrong culture group, wrong religion, hanging out in my government. I already have enough internal division going on, so they're just gonna die, I guess. Okay, so now we have this stuff here. What do we have? Slave estate can go. This being a fort is fine. I'd rather actually, let's see. Which would be, I think, Arawane, which actually could be a city. It's not going to be an amazing city spot, but it is a plains tile, so if I was to build a city up here, it'd be in this spot. So let's assume I'll have a city here. Have that there. Massilia, speaking of which, wants my elephants. And now Leptis Miner wants my gold. Probably just been shuffled about. Alright. And then, while I'm up here, let me actually come up here and build the roads through here. Barbarians defeated 0.23 gold. Wow. That is a payday with the lowest of lowercase p's. Florian wants my gold. So I'm going to lower my maintenance. Alright, let's do a quick province check. Any fires I need to put out? Yes. These guys. What's the problem here? Probably just the barbs are causing problems. Let's throw them out of harsh treatment for a little while. These guys here, sustainable. This is all sustainable. Anyone that I don't need to have on this? Not really. Scylla is on the verge. Well, a little bit further than it'll be on the verge. These guys here, Tuat, I think I'll leave them alone. Yeah, you know what? How much are you exporting? You should probably be on encourage trade for the extra gold. And actually not you, yeah, if you were on encourage trade, that'd be bank. But I really want to do some conversion. But I also really like money. But I also just switched it recently. This guy here is going to die, so I'm going to wait until this guy dies, then I replace it with a different policy. But I'll try to remember it. I'm going to forget it, but I'll try to remember. But I won't remember, but I'll try to. I know my own limitations. I'm realistic about what I can do in this frail mortal shell that I inhabit. Integration of Arawane. Our client Arawane has long upheld Timbuktuian ideals. I'm going to pour some more coffee while I yap. Alright. In a fair and even-handed manner. It is a matter of course, therefore, that their eventual integration into our state is to be a cause for jubilation. The Arawane elite have been instrumental in facilitating this union. Many are hoping to find a place within our government. No. Get out of here. Okay, so I can now get this once I have 8 pops in Arawane. Let me bring in a bozo. I need more bozos than this. I need many more bozos than this. Okay. Let's see. Wallet. Let's see here. Let me move the Tuareg slave back out here. And then more bozos. There we go. All it took was a lot of slave micro, but finally have this secured as well. Now, Arowane, as I was saying a moment ago, isn't exactly like an amazing city location. The real problem here is the arid climate, but, you know, dry plains isn't amazing, but it is plains, so it's like, okay. And having a city all the way up here is kind of interesting, especially because I don't really expect having cities in the actual desert. So this would be the certified, like, most northern outpost of my core before you get into the actual Sahara region. So I will build a road, or really I'll be connecting Arowane into my road network, and I guess I could even make it a city now. The city building does not benefit from build costs, so I may as well do this now, honestly. I think I will, because I want to start investing more into my core here. So let me go ahead and get a city going up here in Arowane. And then we obviously have the fort already, which is great. All right, found the city. Let's do it. Use my PI for something. These guys are on the way. They'll connect it up. All right, Asuk. Actually, hold on. Ah, lots of people want my stuff. These guys want my horses. Let's trade with them. Sounds good to me. About 50 gold per month with my main army raised. That's pretty good. Any tech happening soon? Yes, actually. A couple months. For oratory and religious advances. The Republic is growing nicely. Finally, some real border expansion for Timbuktu. We haven't really had that in a little while. I know this campaign has been often quite slow and very technical, but let's not forget how hard it was at the start. I did a lot of really extreme military focus at the start to pull this off. So now it's just about min-maxing and coasting along, having a fun time, having a chill time, you know. I like that this campaign is not super, like, complicated and technical the entire time. You know, it's like we had that really intense opening, but then things have calmed down a little bit. Now we can relax and kind of focus a bit more on empire building, you know, the part of this game that I really enjoy and that I really connect with. Yeah, let's do it. I'm actually going to go all the way up to here just so I have that connection built as well for my occasional dalliances into the desert. I may also go up to fight those barbs while I'm at it. Couldn't hurt. I think I'll save my PI for now for any post-election shenanigans. Speaking of election shenanigans, Masiri is back in the expected spot, but I'm a bit nervous that Lele Isawagan will reemerge at the last moment, so I think I might possibly smear her just to be on the safe side. I could alternatively reduce her power base by rewarding veterans. How much is this really giving her? Not that much. However, the actual cost of doing this is much more okay for me than doing the tyranny cost, and I upset the most important faction, although I have enormous support right now. I mean, I'm completely fine with 400 gold, but I think this is actually fine to do right now. Let's give it a little smear. This is just ensuring there's no funny business right at the end here. No need to mess around. I want this guy coming in with the oligarchs coming in behind him for that build cost reduction. The Faith of Henda. Never has a more devout woman. This is, I think, my high priest. Yep. Existed than Henda Isawagan. Our people clamor at the very door of the temple, demanding that we declare a feast in her honor. How shall we answer them? I will happily trade 18 gold for 6 stability. I would pay 1,800 gold for 6 stability. All right. This event's always so funny because, like, whoever doesn't click this, you have to be in dire financial straits to not click this. Glory to Henda. This should really scale more with your treasury. Some of the events do scale with your treasury, but this one doesn't really scale with it in the right way, or it isn't like meant to. It's goofy, but I will happily take that. Yes, please. Alright. Up to 20. I could actually lower and re-raise and have 2 road builder crews. I think I will do that, actually. Once these guys finish this road project, like to here, let's stop them. Oh, but then they'll take a second to recover. I think it's still going to be faster. Yeah, this is still faster. I can now raise 2 road builder crews of 10 each, because 10 is the minimum, to then work on multiple projects at once for real roading action. Never seen such road action. Well, I'm actually going to run out of time in the episode for all my road action. Man, that's real sad. But there's always next episode, so you won't have to wait long for more road action. It's coming soon. Diara Zabarima, who was the governor of Jene, as expected, has died. Although, unexpectedly, he died from falling down the stairs carrying a large stack of books. What an interesting way to go. Okay. Sure. Interesting. Alright, well, there goes my governor. Need a new Jene governor. I'm a bit nervous this is going to mess up the situation with the expected next Otacon, but I think the way around this, I could make Mysterious Awagan the governor, actually. I think I'm okay doing that. His loyalty is looking pretty solid right now. I think I'm going to do that. Let's roll the dice a little bit. This should give him a bit more power base, so he should remain fairly secure in his position. Let's replace him with... I could bring in Fontainebleau now as the tribune of the people. Her corruption would make her expensive, but she's fairly loyal. Now, statesmanship's not that good, though. I haven't used her in such a long time. Let's bring in BC Zabarima. This guy has good statesmanship built up. Pretty loyal. He's worse than my incoming Otacon, but this frees up my incoming Otacon, Masere, to be the governor of Jene temporarily. Don't get any funny ideas now. I've had him as a governor before, and I've regretted it, so let's hope he doesn't get any ambitions here. He's also changed all my policies because life is pain, but we're going to lose him as the governor in a year, so I'll just change the policies again in a year, so I'm not going to micro that right now. Save the PI. Alright, April 8th. One more trade route unlocked. Okay, what can we get? Let's see. What can I get for value? I think I'll get horses for the pop output locally. Ailing now. Okay, just need to make it another couple of months. And we'll give him a state funeral at the end. Also over 10k manpower max now. Very good. April 8th. Oratory advance. Country seal level plus 0.50%. Okay. Where was I in my... I think it was an oratory. Yeah, I was working my way this direction. I got espionage last time. That's right. Okay, let's go ahead and grab Shift Cipher for dip range plus 15%. Adapting basic cryptographic routines for our diplomats and messengers will allow us to transfer information more safely over great distances. This may actually give us some more trade routes, potentially. Remember the dip range growth I was so focused on earlier? Those were the days. let's see. Let me cancel that horse trade I was doing. Any cool new traders? Let me give it a monthly tick, and then we'll check back in after that. Also, 21 now. Very nice. Let's raise the boys. All right, let's raise them. Hold on. Oh, yeah, let's raise them in. Raise them here, and then split. Okay, they're both over 10. Good. You guys head up here. You guys head down here. Continue to not pay them. Religious advance, plus 1% omen power, very nice. That's going to be a very slight economic boost as well. And then we can grab selective immunity. Imposing corruption sanctions no longer imposes a loyalty malice upon the target. Very handy to get this. Also, minus 0.01 monthly corruption for everybody. Clearly, any laws requiring the indictment of our ruling classes makes ruling very difficult indeed. They should be amended with this new principle in mind. Okay. We're almost to the good stuff, but we're not quite there. Also, quick check. Okay, I think we're looking pretty solid here. This guy has plurality support from all the oligarchs. Also, a couple trads and Democrats are weirdly supporting him too, but I'm not gonna question how that's happening, but sure. 6th of May. There we go. Road your way over to Kita. I have less than 50 gold per month, and I'll be doing 2 road and building projects at the same time, but I have such a gigantic treasury, it's really not going to present any problem. Petition! The wealthier residents of Bakunu have sent a formal petition on behalf of the entire province, complaining about the harsh ways of their governor, Shin Yunbu Nalurigo. Didn't we have a Bakunu event before, like last episode, of them being happy with this guy? Like, what's going on here? Oh boy, it's begun. The curse of Joloff has reared its head. Alright, anyways, it seems his taxation policy is causing quite a furor among landowners who are having to work their slaves to the bone in order to meet tax quotas. It is certainly unusual for our subjects to complain in such a manner. Perhaps we ought to consider their arguments carefully. I mean, I really hope he sticks around for a while longer. He's not looking too good. He's 46, but he's really aging fairly quick here. I think gaining corruption on Baki on his way out is completely fine. As usual for this campaign, we have an event that lets us give corruption to an outgoing Otacon. Loyalty on him is great. Bakunu gets local pop happiness reduction for 2 years. That's completely fine. Yeah, I'll do this. Nonsense. Shin Yunbu is doing a fine job. Alright. Get that going up there. Alright. Barb activity. That's fine. Okay. How are we looking on score? We're number 4. Same situation, basically, as before. Okay. Of the people, our ongoing attempts to woo the highly skilled statesman Kabayo Zabarima has encountered a hitch. The highly skilled statesman? Okay, I mean, he's pretty good, but it's not exactly an elder statesman here. Being a true man of the people, Kabayo has decided to invest in the creation of a beautiful monument to please the Timbuktuian people. To complete this mammoth task, it requires a large number of able-bodied souls. If we were to provide such assistance, we would surely be in our debt. Okay, so I could trade 5k manpower for 35 PI. Which, although normally a bit of a questionable trade-off, would actually be a fairly solid idea right now. I could also get, as an alternative, 21 PI for about 200 gold. So normally speaking, so it comes down to this, because this middle option is not, like, this is fine, but ultimately, I mean, it basically it does nothing. It just hurts this guy's loyalty, gives him more popularity. So here's the trade-off. So we either go for completely free 21 PI, or extreme manpower expenditure, but a little bit more PI, because it's really not a huge difference. So the efficient option is definitely this one. The 200 gold is barely anything. That's 4 months of gold income for me. 21 PI is like 4 years of PI, and maybe not that much, but it's a lot of income. Alternatively, I don't expect I'll need manpower soon, and actually using manpower like this is a good way to use my manpower, because I don't need... Once I hit my manpower cap, I'll feel compelled to go to war to then not be wasting manpower gain. This gives me more time before I hit my cap. And these events where you trade manpower for other resources are kind of uncommon, so I kind of want to go for this just because I can. I just did a big war. I don't want to go to war again super soon. Of course I could be declared on, but I can never plan for that, really. Unless I'm like insulted or I get the pop-up that they're planning a war, I'm not going to really know in advance with a very hard AI what they're going to do. So I think I'm going to go for the more extreme option. I completely acknowledge that this is the efficient option and this is not the efficient option. But this is the option that I feel comfortable doing. I have 5k manpower. I'm gaining over 50 manpower per month. I'm going to get back up to my manpower max relatively quickly, especially during peacetime when I'm focusing on economy. I would rather let my manpower recover in the background and have more room to recover. Otherwise, I'll feel compelled to go to war again by the end of next episode or again after that. And maybe all of you would like me to go to war again super soon, because wars are often more interesting, there's more going on. But this is really a campaign about just hardcore economic min-maxing, and I really think I can pull this off, so why not? I don't think I've had 65 PI ever in my life, so I'm gonna enjoy the fleeting feeling of having this much PI. I'm going to save it all for next episode as well. No need to start going crazy with the expenditures. These guys want my vegetables. All right. Rome 1 music in the background. Very nice. Did someone hire mercs to fight those barbs? Did you see that? Who hired mercs to fight barbs in my territory? What was that? Those mercs wouldn't have fought the barbs unless they were under contract. Okay, I don't know what that was, but some very good Samaritan just did that for some reason. Well, that just clears the way for me. I'll take it. Alright, there we go. Now, here's the question. Do I plan a city out here? I do think I want a Karina city. Okay, let's be real min-maxy here. A surprising new development for this campaign. Is Karina too close? Because I'm already looking and seeing that Nyani is a very, very good... Actually, there's like some... Yeah, Seguiri as well are good city locations out here. Farmland on river. So Karina might be a little close to them. I guess alternatively Figueira could be a city. It's a little close to Sanafulu. It's also a little further away from Kita, but it does have good coverage with the impassable. It is a little close to Nani, or rather Diani as well, but I think it's in a better. Well, is that really right? Sanafulu. Let's see. So from here, it just goes like that. I think I probably just build this road and then decide later where exactly the city will be. We're talking about a second city in a province that's like one of my new holdings, so I don't want to delay the road plans by spending a long time sort of thinking this through sort of uselessly. But yeah, I also probably want to build a triangle here as well, just for faster north-south movement. But yeah, let's just go straight to Sanafulu. And as expected, it does go around the forest. Even if I was up here, okay, then it goes that way, which makes sense. But let's go to Sanafulu like this. Yeah, because Kulakoro rather should remain a mine, and I don't want to build a city up here. Yeah, that's fine. Lost one of my trade goods. Actually, I think I had this before. I forgot to look for the trade good. I guess I'll get horses after all. Yeah, we got horses. Actually, while I'm thinking about it, quickly build that, and then come back and do this. Good. Ailing. Okay. Election soon. Yep. Okay. I have a lot of money and PI to work with, and a rare treat for this campaign. I'll be able to do that. Tyranny is also very, very low right now, which is great. He is helping that for sure. Alright, that is all my roading up here done with. I can't road through here. I guess I could go fight this barb stack. Yeah, I probably should while I'm up here. We'll raise maintenance for this. Then once the fight's done, I'll turn maintenance back off. Alright, here we go. Coming in to 225. Which will be 75 years since the campaign began. Exactly. Alright, unpopular consul allegedly. Well, I guess not allegedly. No one, never one to challenge the status quo or even do anything remotely considered interesting. Masiri Isawagan has been elected Adicon by a slim majority of dull buffoons and wine-stained togas. It would be fair to say, perhaps, that Masiri does not hold the confidence of the people in the same manner as the stoic rulers of old. Here we go. I think I'm just going to spend... I'm not doing this. I'm going to spend 385 gold for 5 popularity. That's completely free. I'm not doing this. I'm certainly not doing this. The people simply love circuses. Masiri Isawagan was elected to office and will rule the glorious nation. 5914. Oligarchs are in control, which means that bill cost reduction and the noble happiness is in effect. We have a stability drop, but it's to 63, so it's not that bad. And we will investigate the new political situation. Probably when I start the next episode, we'll be at 20 support or something crazy like that. But we'll deal with that next time, as this is going to be it for this episode of the Timbuktu Campaign. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.